You know, and I know, and they know, cause we know, we go all in, you know, and I know, they know, cause we know, we go all in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest edition of What You've Been Missing. You are now listening to the All Dressed Up Podcast, episode 108, Your Vote Matters. I'm your boy, K Dizzle DC, and to my right, your left. Y'all know how I do. Tell them who you is, baby.
Man, it's your man, Hef Streams, man. Long time no see, K Dizzle. What's good, everybody?
Feel like it's forever in a day. It was only been about 2 weeks. I normal 2 weeks ago, man. How's everybody doing tonight? Well, look, we testing. I think we're going straight in IG Live tonight too. So, look, man. We got a lot going. Big Sal's in the build. Hey, Sal, first and foremost, I want to thank you for picking the Bengals today because your hating ass helps us win every single time. Shout out to the Enough Said podcast that came on today at 11 on their pick shows. I appreciate, the most hatingest Eagles fan I've ever met in my life because whenever he picks against us, we win. Shout out to those Commanders, man. We're gonna get rolling early and often. But look, I know.
Shout out your Eagles, man. You can't go on your soliloquy without respecting and big up in your own team.
37-17. I think we did what we were supposed to do. I think we did what we were supposed to do. So I'm not even mad. I think the bigger part of the game comes in the next 3 weeks when we play you boys. And that's going to be your biggest challenge too, because we both played the Bucs and lost. And shout out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers who lost again to the Atlanta Falcons. But I was looking, and you know what? So, because while we in football, I was looking. Shout out to the Commanders with the Hail Mary and Noah Brown out of the blue. That was. What do you call that, Hef? What do you call that? Because you said something in our chat.
Man, I called that. Neither team wanted to win, but the chips fell where they had to fall. So I'll take the victory, man. But I wasn't impressed with it, man. It was a tough game. I was really impressed with Jaden Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
He came in. The young man wasn't able to practice all week. So to see him still be able to run the offense and, look decent back there outside of the rib injury was impressive because he's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? So with him not getting those reps, I knew it was going to be a challenge.
Yeah.
Should they have performed better in the red zone? Of course, in a perfect world, you want to see you cash in and get touchdowns. This is not a league the way you can keep winning by kicking field goals. So, the Commanders put up a lot of yards in that first half, and they led for literally 59 minutes, man.
They did. They led for a good long time.
They had to come down to that Hail Mary, big dog, but we got it, man. It was a win. But I want to talk about why it was a bittersweet Sunday for Hef Streams, man.
Why was a bit? Hold on. First of all, shout out to the Red Sunshine on IG Live. I know I can't pull your things in, but I'll figure out how to get it. But go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Shout out. Shout out to IG Live, man. We're doing this a little different tonight, but also come on over to YouTube to All Dressed Up Podcast and subscribe, man. Show us some love. But I can't stay away from the parlays, man. I can't stay away from the parlays. And what was my go-to? My picks today were the Falcons, the Commanders, the Packers, the Eagles. It would have came down to the Hail Mary if it wasn't for the goddamn Baltimore Ravens, bro. I took the Ravens against the Browns. Wasn't it a typical AFC North upset? I wouldn't even be upset if I was a Ravens fan because it happens, man. We go through it in the NFC East, but who'd have thought Jameis Winston would have came out and torched the Ravens the way he did today, bro?
It's a trap game. It was a trap game.
Torched the Ravens, man. And then he quoted Eminem after he cooked the Ravens. He talking about Eminem lyrics and shit.
It's a trap game. Your wild child, Jameis Winston, who's got a life in the pulpit after the football, came out there and performed something crazy.
Good night.
That's what it is. Good night. Then it's in the building. Ooh. Look, there's a lot of crack.
Oh, come on, it's okay.
It's all right, guys. Next time, you be on the next time. Look, the thing about this week, the 1 p.m. and I said it, the 1 p.m. games, were torch. The 4 p.m. games were trash, with the exception of your Bears game, right?
Yeah.
I have to say right now, two best teams in the NFL right now are the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs.
But I agree with you. But before you even go to the best teams, before we leave the Commanders Bears game, I gotta say, man, I got more respect for Caleb Williams, man, because their offensive line had that man running for his life.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they would have stuck to the run with DeAndre Swift, they might have won that game. If they ran it just a little bit more. But go ahead, man, and take it to the best teams. But I just want to say, man, Caleb's gonna be all right. One of DC's own. But I'm glad we got Jaden Daniels, man.
More than fair. More than fair. I think they're going to be fine. I think they're going to be absolutely fine. I think they have all the tools, but I think the competition pool has gotten way wider. We see teams like Atlanta coming out. We see Tampa Bay still in there, even though they're 4-4. I think both of those teams are 4-4. We hit the midweek of the season, so everybody's going to start hitting their strides. Things are going to change. We're going to see some teams step up and play some serious football.
So you like Detroit and you like Kansas City.
I like Detroit and I like Kansas City. I'm still going to be on my Eagles because we're starting to hit our stride.
Yeah.
But we've got a little slotch that we got to go through. We got to go through the Commanders. We got to go through the Steelers. We got to go through the Ravens. But outside of that, if we can get through those three teams, I think we'll be fine. Dallas is showing their ass tonight, which they're going to take their L like they're supposed to. I think they just scored, didn't they?
Nah, Dallas just scored, man. San Fran is starting slow. The 49ers don't want to lose tonight to Dallas at home. Or, the talk's going to be about, their injuries and can they turn their season around at 3-5. But, I hope the Cowboys lose, of course.
I don't think they're going. I don't think they're a team. Like I said earlier, I don't think they're a team right now. They got a little ways to go, and they're going to struggle because I think they got a tough schedule ahead. Everybody that they're going to fight, I think the 49ers might pull it out tonight, but everybody that's going to play them, it's going to be a tough out for them because they fall apart. They are one of those teams that play way too emotional. So if half the team is out, the whole game is done.
All right, so look, man, keep it real. Sal's in the chat. Enough Said was kind enough to have me on the show this morning.
Mm-hmm.
You guys haven't seen the Enough Said podcast is on YouTube every Sunday at 11 a.m. It's a great NFL podcast. What's up, Patricia Heflin? How are you? But nah, man, I think that you guys are trying to keep your Eagles excitement a little bit on the low. I think you still feel pretty confident in the Eagles' ability to turn it around. I don't want to talk about the Jets at all, Sal, because last week the Jets took me for bad. I really thought they had a chance to beat Pittsburgh. Today, I saw the evisceration of Aaron Rodgers, man. Like, I don't want to see him rolling his eyes, talking shit, complaining about nothing else anymore. I really don't, because it's his fault. The passes aren't there. The accuracy isn't there. Devontae Adams should have stayed his bum ass in Las Vegas. And the Jets are done, man. Like, we should put up the clip that your boy Greeny posted today. Like, he was in his feelings.
No, I don't want to post anything on the Jets. I think Aaron Rodgers is a dinosaur, and I think he's moving over past his prime. And I think it's time for him to call it. He got his last final check. The Jets aren't the team that he thought they were, and they got a long way to go before they become a.
What made the Jets think, K Dizzle? What made the Jets think that they were on some Tampa Bay Buccaneers shit? Like, what made them think that they just were one superstar quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl? I actually enough said that this morning. Like, they bring down Aaron Rodgers, and they bring over like his coordinator. They bring over a couple of receivers with him. They got Breece Hall in the backfield. They're not even running the ball enough. And now you got Aaron Rodgers looking terrible, looking old and sick out there on his on his bum Achilles from last year. I just don't like it, man. Go Commanders. What's good? Ashley in the chat. That's what I'm talking about.
Like I said, man, these Commanders fans gonna think the Super Bowl is right around the corner.
Hey man, put the number up. I'm turned up now. Ashley done got me up now.
Yeah, there you go. You turned up already.
Have a good up split.
Shout out to IG Live. Mr. Bootyologist came in. I don't even know why that man's name is it. What it is.
Hey, that's my man. Mr. Bootyologist is my man. What's our clothing line that you was repping last week?
Huh?
Our clothing line.
Boys in Town?
Yeah.
Bootyologist?
Yeah,
Bootyologist won?
Town, man. Shout out to Mr. Bootyologist. Pause.
We got to pause. We got to explain all that
Pause
on
that IG name.
podcast.
But the Boys in Town clothing line is fire, man. My man K Dizzle had on a shirt last week.
Shout out to Boys in Town apparel.
We 6-2, man. We winning games off Hail Marys. We winning games off of shutting teams down for a whole half. Ashley. The one thing I didn't like, Chicago was really deep in FedEx Field today. I ain't like that. The fans was going a little crazy in our home stadium, but you know how it goes, man. 6-2. Who we got next week?
301-857-1757
Hey yo,
57 is the phone number. Get locked in because who do you have next week? And why does it matter? You're gonna lose. It's like nah. Hey. Yeah, look, the Super Bowl for the Commanders is right around the corner. Y'all know
man, you don't even want to know who we play next week.
Who do y'all play next week?
You don't even want to know who
we play. The Cowboys next week.
No, we don't. We play the Giants again.
So are you gonna win this one? Are you gonna score touchdowns in this one?
I tell you what, the Commanders can easily be 7-2.
Okay.
Playing Pittsburgh at home November 10th.
We play Pittsburgh, Dallas, and then us.
Nah, we play Pittsburgh, y'all, and then Dallas. So that's when the schedule gets real. We're gonna play the Steelers at home, then we go to Philly, then we come back home. I'm looking at it right now. We play you guys November 14th. That's the week after the Steelers game. That's a Thursday night.
Right, it's a Thursday night. So you got 2 games before that.
Right, we play the Giants and the Steelers.
Giants and Steelers. Okay.
And then we play y'all bum asses.
Yeah, so we play the Jags, the Steelers. How do you play the Steelers? Nah, I'm not going there with you. We're not gonna figure this out right now.
Nah, man, don't worry about it, man. Just stay tuned. Just stay tuned.
On.
What else you want to talk about before we leave the NFL, man? Does anybody else want to chime in and talk about their team? Because I'm excited about the NBA being here. You know, it's my favorite time of the year.
What you excited about for the NBA?
Man, I'm excited, man.
So let me put this. All right, so let me put this up right quick so we can be honest with ourselves. All right, I made this ticker so that we have it. Can you read that? Read that, Hef.
My man put up on the ticker tonight. Can we send Bronny to the G League now, man? Look, let's talk about it. So Bronny, if you've been under a rock, is in the NBA. He was drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers. His daddy is LeBron James. Any dad out there, I said this before, that had any type of sports connection has to appreciate being able to see my man LeBron James and Bronny out there on the same court. Like, it's history, man. It feels great. Now, watching your boy Bronny out there, he looks like a child. He looks like a pup. You know, he's not ready, I think, for the bright lights and the big stage. And, you know, them putting him back in the G League and sending him back and forth is smart because they already got the pictures. You already got
everything you need.
Yeah, you did everything. You know, he was there. He played. Now you can develop him because it's not going to be good with him sitting on the bench. You know what I'm saying? And I just want
to show this right here. Okay, it's 3 games so far, right? He's got 3 minutes in the opening game. 0 for 2, 0 for 1. And they have not put that man in since. Can we please just send him to the G League? Can y'all read that? Send him to the G League.
All right, man. That's enough for my man Bronny, man.
I'm not. Look, I'm not a Bronny hater,
man. You come.
Not a Bronny hater.
Oh, now while you look up some Ben Simmons talk,
I'm not looking up Ben.
I want to talk about
something else.
Sal, I want to talk about something else.
Go ahead.
Did you see what your boy Dylan Brooks was trying to do to Wembanyama, man? Wembanyama's out there trying to, you know, grow and develop in the league. He ain't looking for no trouble. Mm-hmm. And my man Dylan Brooks is out here doing things like this, K-Dizzle. I'm about to pull it up and show you. It's insane, man. You know, Wembanyama's an up and coming superstar. And then your boy Dylan Brooks has to find time. Just has to find time. Where we at, K-Dizzle? Let's put us up. Where we at, man? What we doing?
Go ahead. That's you controlling the screen right there. Go ahead. Push play. That's you.
Come on, man. Let's go. Y'all know usually I don't be controlling the sticks.
No, you don't. That's why your shit's hella buffering like crazy. What's going on?
Let me refresh this, man.
Refresh that.
So I came across this clip, and your boy Dylan Brooks is trying to take off Wembanyama's arm, man.
On Dylan Brooks, and a wrestling match as the two men hit the floor. And Dylan Brooks and Victor Wembanyama, neither one of them let go of the ball.
Look at your
And
boy,
now
man.
Here comes the extracurricular activities between these two teams.
Back at it again, man.
Your man is all about being. He's all about being the Dennis Rodman of the NBA.
Man, this dude is a character, man.
Rodman. Shout out to Will B joining on IG Live. Hey, nobody is Dennis Rodman of the NBA. You're not gonna be that guy. They're gonna cancel you, bro. They're gonna throw all the soda, all the beer cans at you at every stadium. It's not that type of party no more. They don't like people like you no more. Sorry, man.
Sad.
Sorry.
You know, your boy can't even live. Wembanyama out here getting his arm taken off. Then Dwayne Wade got a statue in Miami. I'm telling you right now, getting a statue was probably one of the biggest dice rolls of getting appreciated and showing it in a good way, because the last like 5 statues, in my opinion, look like trash. And again, nobody took their time to make a statue of your man Hef Streams yet. But I'm not hating. Like, to have that accomplishment, you know, Dwayne Wade's a legend, man. Definitely deserves a statue at the Miami Heat Arena. But I don't know about this one, man. I really don't. What's up, Shanae? How you doing? Beautiful. I don't know about this stuff, man.
Oh my Lord.
You see it?
Lord, oh my Lord. I'm about to cry. Let me pull this thing out. Hold on.
What it look like? What it look like?
I'm about to pull it up. Hold on. Sweet.
And I'm not clowning my man D Wade at all, because you know I'm a D Wade guy.
I know you're a D Wade guy, but this picture is out of control, bro.
That's a hell of a tribute, man. Shout out to my man RF that sent me the text just now saying, did I see Dwayne Wade's statue, man?
I didn't see it. Hold on, man. Look at this thing, bro. Oh my God. Who is that? That's a 10-year-old. That's a picture of Lawrence Fishburne from 10 years ago. In a Miami Heat jersey. Why they do that,
that
man?
That don't look like if Dwayne Wade was in Hollow Man.
They were like, we're gonna give him a beard, but we're not gonna give him a beard, but we're gonna make him look 74. I don't know what they was doing with this.
I don't see it in the face, man. I really don't. He looks
I don't see it at all. Man.
But you know, again, he deserved a statue. It's just one of those things that where, like, when you get the gift, you know, it's like almost opening up a pack of socks for Christmas. You're like, oh, thank you. You know, I appreciate it, but you don't really want your face to get caught on camera when you see that picture, man.
Hold on, man. Let me zoom in on this thing. Let me go 250, 300%. Hold on.
Shanae said that's terrible.
Good God.
And I'm not trying to hate, you know, Shanae. Like, the man deserves a statue, but what the fuck is that? Good detail in the jersey and the uniform. But it looked like he old as hell. It looked like D Wade 20 years after the league.
That looked like D Wade in the future.
You get somebody to bring their wife and kids out to the arena.
Oh man.
And this is the type of statue they put up, man.
I don't know who these people are. Maybe the art of making statues is now a lost art. Maybe they only reserve them for Hall of Fame busts. But whoever's out here putting these statues in front of these stadiums, bro, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop playing with people's lives like these. These statues stay up forever.
So look,
stay up forever.
I want to shift gears real quick.
Go ahead.
Before we leave the NBA, and Shanae's in the chat, so I know she's going to be live with us, and you can put the number back up. I want to talk about your boy Shaq and Angel Reese. So while K Dizzle pulls a clip, if you haven't seen the Shaq and Angel Reese clip that went viral, Angel Reese has a podcast just like a lot of athletes do. I'm not mad that she's got one. She's off right now. You know, the season's over. She ain't like Michael Parsons sitting on the podcast getting her ass whooped every week while he's in the middle of the season. But anyway, Shaq's on there, And we're gonna play the clip, man. What's good, Darian? What's good, big dog? So we're gonna sit there and play the clip with Shaq and Angel Reese. If you didn't know, Angel Reese wore a nice little outfit on the Wild 'N Out show. She was already talked about before about women being over sexualized. So let's see what Shaq had to say to her on her podcast.
You ready? You ready? You ready?
From the tape, Christian.
We ain't striking it.
Don't. I'm telling you, you just lower like that to where it gives you ability to dunk. Bro, imagine you.
I'm not imagining.
Let me finish. Imagine you in the same little shirt you had on at the Wild 'N Out show dunking. You know how many t-shirts you gonna sell, cuz? You tripping.
Oh my
What?
God.
What?
Oh God.
The same little shirt you had on.
Okay, all right.
Bro, don't strike this from the tape, Christian.
We
Hey, so here comes Shaq Fu. All right.
Shaq Fu.
I think I did. I think I wrote that. Here comes Shaq Fu coming out here in these streets, doing the male masculine testosterone thing, saying you women should be playing in short shorts so you can make more money and sell more jerseys. This is about as bad as saying, you know, y'all should put that what is it? The lingerie football league.
Yeah.
Y'all should be doing that. This is just as bad. And he don't see it. He don't see it.
So you think it was bad? You stand on the side that Shaq was out of line and his comments wasn't on point, and it's not a good marketing business idea.
No. Shout out Jeff Gaines for lunch, entering in IG Live. Look, no, bro. Shaq, please. You can't tell. We live in such a soft society where you can't tell WNBA women to say, hey, you guys need to wear shorter shorts so that we can sensationalize your game and take away the attention to your actual skill level, and let's take it then to how you look on the court, not what you do on the court, but how you look on the court.
So look, so K, so you don't think Shaq was flirting?
Do I think Shaq was flirting?
Yeah.
Whether he was flirting or not, it's in bad taste.
So you say it was bad taste, so it's not a good business move. So
not a good business move. Not a good.
You think so? Here's my thing with Angel Reese being such a popular person off the court.
Mm-hmm.
Can you draw a parallel between the two? Like, is it fair to even like make a comment about what she's wearing on Wild 'N Out and trying to tie it back to, you know, the WNBA, or can it be just two separate things? You know what I'm saying? Like, she's obviously going to go out and be herself off the court and wear what she wants to wear. You know what I'm saying? And I was asking Shanae's in the chat. Mm-hmm. I was like, what you think about this? Because Shanae's real opinionated, especially when it comes to like toxic masculinity and the way, you know, men treat women.
It's funny how you said that.
But I appreciate her feedback on it. So I asked her, and she didn't really, you know, speak on it too in depth. But I kind of was saying, like, you know, Shaq shouldn't have really went there and said it. But Angel Reese also should be a little bit more comfortable in those conversations because she's going to have that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she welcomes it because it doesn't give the right for the dude to just go at her about the outfit. But I don't think he was too out of bounds, like if he was just asking about business.
No, it's two different things, and he is the one that tied them together. Imagine if Angel Reese said, "Hey, I think in the NBA to make more money, you guys should do shirts versus skins."
Right.
That's pretty much what he was saying. And so when you take a comment like that, that is disrespectful to their craft, right? 100% disrespectful to their craft. Hey, you want to put more butts in seats, you might as well just show a little more skin.
I mean, it's interesting, man, because she might be a bigger star off the court. So it depends on how she plays it. You know what I'm saying? Because he might have a point. And that's all I'm saying.
What I'm saying is this. She is a bigger star off the court because of the persona and everybody that's feeding into her, because of what she does in the game that she plays, in the sport that she plays. The same way that LeBron James is bigger off the court than he is on the court, and anybody else who's considered a superstar, who's going to be in the media more off the court than they're going to be on the court, or off the field than they're going to be on the field. So you can't sit here and say, well, you need to bring that off the field, off the court persona into the game so that it sells more of the game that you play.
Okay.
That's wrong as hell.
Okay.
That's wrong as hell. You can't do that. You can't do
what
that.
Else, what else is wrong as hell is the Cowboys are moving down the field, about to score again, just dropped a touchdown. They about to go 14-3 on the 49ers, man.
Yeah, it's still early. They're gonna find a way.
3 minutes and 44 seconds.
Shout out to D Watson in the chat. I know you're a Super Bowl bound Commander fan. Another one's coming in there.
Here comes the hate.
Fully aroused. I'm not hating. Y'all on a natural high.
Commanders.
Natural high.
6-2, man. We'll see the Giants next week, man. You want to talk about something else? You want to move on, bro?
You brought this to me, and I literally just watched it. Like, I literally watched it probably right before we got on. If you did not see this, the Council Culture YouTube channel that Nick Cannon has, he put Candace Owens on his channel.
I like it.
Tell me why you like it.
Go ahead and finish first.
No, I'm done.
No, go ahead and introduce. Go ahead and introduce it before I say what I thought about it.
Candace Owens and Nick Cannon go on his Council Culture YouTube channel and have a discussion about all the things that they consider are a plight to the African American community, but also, again, to talk about all the things that they think what's wrong within our community and the things that they believe in. That's all I got. Tell me why you like it.
I liked it because it's a perspective from two. For one, you got a black woman and a black man sitting up on a platform at a higher economic status that's going to be able to speak on different things from a different perspective. And especially where I come from.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that she threw out there that nobody black in entertainment invites her on their platform.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to give Nick Cannon some credit to have that platform for her to go ahead and speak, whether she's right or wrong, or if I agree with her or not. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a very interesting, it's an interesting climate to sit down with Candace Owens and have a full conversation, because you know what she's going to bring.
Correct.
She's going to bring a lot of facts, or maybe not facts, you know what I'm saying, with a strong opinion behind it. But what I liked about it is it creates a conversation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when you hear some of the topics that were brought up that you might think were totally wrong, like when she talked about welfare, when she talked about this or that, I was like, damn, like certain people really believe this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And certain points that she brings up, I actually don't disagree with her.
Okay.
So that's just my side, but go ahead.
Yeah. No, a lot of things that she comes up with, I generally don't disagree with, because I do understand what her background is, how she got to where she is, and also the information that she shares. And a lot of it is divisive. A lot of it is racist. But more importantly, it's talking points that people use to belittle the African American community, for that matter. She did make a comment in this video. I don't advise you to watch. Making a comment in this video that said Black people were doing better statistically during the Jim Crow era, and using statistics like that to make a point is not only is it divisive, but more importantly, it's pushing a narrative that is completely not just biased, but it's also not taking into context what those facts or those statistics she's using are. Keep in mind, the Jim Crow era that she's talking about is after, it's post-slavery.
Right.
So if you take that stat, a lot of people do this. They take stats, regardless of the context of what they're in, and use them to make their point. So if you take a stat saying that Blacks had 0 after slavery, and they started doing economically better after slavery, and you use that against today's stats, you can easily say, oh yeah, we did better during that time. But if you're coming from 0, if you're coming from 0 to whatever it is, versus years of institutionalized racism with laws and everything else that had come involved, it's disingenuous to not only just what you're talking about, but it's disingenuous to history as a whole. So he brought her on. because he agrees again with a lot of the things that she says, and they have a like-minded ideals. But for the educated, and I'm gonna say this as plainly as I can. I know there's some things in that you may agree with. I advise anybody and everybody that once they hear something to do their research and find out what the real information is on it. But I've listened to her enough to understand what place that she comes from. And it's not of a place where she's doing any good for the African American community. And this is my opinion. You have your own opinion of it, and everybody else can share their own opinion.
Yeah, I don't think that's her intent either.
It's not her intent because she actually believes what she's saying. And it's part of the reason why we talked about in the episode 108 why it says your vote matters. Because if you believe enough of what you have been told or what you're saying, then it becomes truth to you and it becomes foundational. Now it becomes a capstone. And then nothing that anyone tells you outside of, what you think is right is going to be factual, going to be true, or you're going to accept it. The same way that we have either Democrat enthusiasts or MAGA enthusiasts out there that regardless of whatever you put in front of them, they'll believe what it is that you're saying, regardless, even if you can have it on video, audio, and all three combined. So when I watched it, and again, I watched it because you asked me to watch it and we wanted to talk about it tonight. And I just see it as being everything else that she's ever done, which is the same thing. It's peddling conspiracy theories, it's peddling certain ideals. Some of the things may have some truth to them, but a lot of the things that she says don't. And it doesn't do any service or it does a disservice, not only to the African American community, but communities of color as a whole.
But
Just
see, that's
the basis it comes from.
that's a good point, and that's a good outlook of the whole situation. And I asked a question, and I wanted you to watch it because the All Dressed Up podcast, what we do live on Sunday nights, we don't really dive too deep into politics. We're not really too into the political scope or arena, but we are in media and we do have a platform, and we've had different types of people come on this platform. If you followed our podcast over the last 2.5 years, we've had people who've had different beliefs, different thoughts, different opinions, and we, I think, have done a good job with hosting a platform with respect to where people can get their views across in a way to where it's not offensive, or they can feel comfortable and express how they feel. I'm not going to provide a platform for a person to come on it and spew a whole bunch of non-factual information, and then I'm not going to stamp it and put my name on it if I don't believe in something like that.
100%.
So, like, if me and you were to get into that position, let's say if we were to have a person come on our show and we both might agree with them together, or we both might not have all the same thoughts and opinions, like, how would you handle that situation?
That's okay.
Like, right.
That's okay, because I have friends that are Republicans, I have friends that are Democrats, I have friends that are independents. The object of the exercise is to have a conversation, right?
100%.
The problem that we have right now is the inability to have a factual conversation and a real conversation between people, because we are so divided. This side is the left side versus the right side, the upside versus the downside, because we've created these divisions, which is the reason why we have stalled on a lot of things that need to be done for the American people. And I'm gonna keep saying the American people because we're all in this together. The truth of the matter is, African Americans and people of color still make up less than 17% of the American population. So when we talk about programs and we talk about things that help underserved communities, a big swath of that underserved communities are not always communities of color. We only localize that, or we only single those out because those are ones, when we talk about help, are the ones that are always disproportionately affected in a negative way. And it has been like that for a very, very long time. People forget that legalize racism, we are only 60 years outside of legalized racism. You guys know the Civil Rights Act was signed in 1964. So when we talk about these things, legalized racism has been an act. It's only been outlawed for 60 years, which means your mom or your grandparents, or your mom or your grandparents or their parents and their brothers and sisters still were around in those eras when those things were occurring. And a lot of those ideas, a lot of those mindsets, a lot of the culture from there is still affecting how we operate today. And so we can look at a lot of different ways how people are looking at this election. Your vote matters. And the reason why we say your vote matters is because you still, believe it or not, get to choose who represent you. Now, we know that there are some people that we don't like that represent other areas, but they choose because they vote. And if you don't vote, shut the hell up. Don't talk or don't talk about why you're upset about who's here and who's there. If you didn't vote, you don't have a say and you don't get to complain. You don't get to complain at all. So make sure that you come to the table and have that conversation. More importantly, in your own places, in your own workplaces, home, family, whatever it is, make sure that you're having a conversation with those people as well, even if they don't have the same beliefs as you. Because if you don't talk to somebody who's on the other side of the table, you can't understand where they're coming from, or you can't see something you may not see something in another perspective. Okay. That's why, it goes into why I think public school is important too, because you meet people from different aspects and different backgrounds, and you learn different perceptions. So it's just going into the basis of it. Now, going back to Nick Cannon and Candace Owens, I think it's just another way to spend 36 minutes on talking about the things that they think are true. And a lot of it's conspiracy theories, a lot of it's what they think is a plight within the community. And I don't agree with a lot of it. I think I agree with having a conversation, but also agree with having a conversation with different people and different mindsets.
See, the one thing that I think is really important that's different now than before. When you have these political campaigns, like before we would watch things and you get a commercial here or there on TV and you see a campaign or an ad where one person running is swiping at the other person, right? Mm-hmm. And right now you got a lot of platform providing. And a lot of the people providing the platform, it's almost like because I gave you the platform, I share the same views that you're expressing. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll see the Breakfast Club, they'll have certain people on their platform. But then again, they'll have certain people as well on their platform that they might not agree with. So it's interesting to see how it goes. But like, you just have to pay attention, like you said, and do your own research. Like if I'm watching something and I see a media figure that I really trust and I really admire or listen to a lot of the things that they say, like just because they're endorsing somebody doesn't mean you can't go and find out about the policies yourself.
Right.
And I think that what we should do, you know what I'm saying, as a whole, is just be able to have these conversations, because a lot of people can't have a healthy conversation about their views and beliefs without having to take swings at each other or be negative with each other. And I think right now, the biggest thing that I don't like about just government in general is that we got to vote for just two people. And I said that to you before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see pros and cons in different directions, but damn, it came down to two people. Yeah. And that's all I'm saying. Like, billions of people in this country and on this earth, like, there's got to be probably some newer ways. But again, like you said, you got the right to go out and vote. I definitely say if you want to have an opinion, that's your first step to do it. But people still gonna talk their shit though, Kate doesn't.
Don't talk your shit if you ain't got a history of voting. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Don't talk to me about what you don't like about the government if you never took your ass out to vote and exercise your right that people died for. Don't talk. If you didn't put your vote in the ballot, you have no say. You're gonna sit there and complain, but it's your fault. Blame yourself. It's just, it's blame yourself. It's like, let's blame traffic because you was late. Get your ass up and get to work. Work don't care.
Hey, so this is a live podcast, right?
Yeah.
We just walked in and talked about the NFL. We talked about the Commanders throwing a Hail Mary today and going 6-2, big dog. Shout out to the Commanders. Hail to the Commanders.
There you go.
We jumped into the NBA. The Lakers are doing their thing. Dwayne Wade got that rusty ass statue down in Miami.
Ugly ass.
We skipped over Anthony Edwards' 4 babies. We ain't touch his 4 baby situation. Rest in peace, DJ Clark Kent, man.
Rest in peace, DJ Clark Kent, man.
One of the most legendary contributors and producers to hip hop. What's some of his biggest songs, man?
Players Anthem, Junior Mafia.
What up?
Come on, man. Players Anthem, Junior Mafia. We talking about Sky's the Limit with 112 and Biggie. I mean, geez, Louise, bro. We really want to go with this discography? This dude is like,
man, 58, lengthy battle with colon cancer. Rest in peace to
he's a
real life rap superhero, man. DJ Clark Kent. Introduced Jay-Z to Notorious B.I.G.
Mm-hmm. He did a bunch of tracks on Reasonable Doubt, Brooklyn's Violence. I mean, Coming of Age, Cashmere Thoughts. I mean, good Lord. He did Ready or Not, bootleg version for Fugees. I mean, I don't even want to keep. I mean, he didn't did albums for. He did Ice Cube, Players Club, We Be Clubbing, Pushing Weight. I mean, come on, man. This guy is like, yeah. Shout out to DJ Clark Kent, man. It's like your superheroes that are out here that we're starting to lose, one by one. Cancer sucks. Cancer sucks in the most way possible. Your life, minutes, seconds, days aren't guaranteed. We don't want to get DMCA. We try to be out here for him. I'm with you, Mama. We don't want to get DMCA out here. They can cut us off ASAP. But Sky's the Limit, Players Anthem, Junior Mafia. That's one of the biggest you can think of offhand. It's just crazy, bro. It's just crazy. Look, Mama, play it. I got my Prosecco right here. Play it.
got my Sutter home and you know what I'm saying? Put some of that shit on. Man, look.
Go ahead.
You sent out something that I thought was interesting, right?
Lesson.
Hypergamy running rapid.
Oh.
Hypergamy running rapid. So each and every week, me and K Dizzle, we talk about what we're going to talk about on our Sunday night episode. And he put in something in the chat, in our notes, saying hypergamy. What is this, man? Is this the new normal? Are we only dating to get ahead?
All right.
Talk about it, man.
So let's talk about what hypergamy means, right? It refers to people marrying or forming a relationship with someone of a higher social status, right? It's just the practice of dating or marrying somebody just because they're high social status or capital, and just trying to continually replace them with somebody who's superior, right?
Hold on, what you mean? So you
people you date is something that is something. The only reason you date somebody is because they can provide a lifestyle that you don't currently have.
So they got money.
Okay. Social status, whatever the case may be.
So you dating up is what you saying?
Dating up, right?
Okay.
Dating up. And
that's been around forever. How is this new?
No, so it's new because they put the term to it now and they stressing the term out, right? I went down the TikTok rabbit hole one day. I'm on TikTok now. Shit's crazy out there. Shout out to Anthony Paz on the IG Live. Talk about hypergamy, right? This shorty was talking about she live in DC. Oh, let me play this show by Killer Cam, right? He said straight up. Hold on, let me play this.
Oh, Cam talked about it too?
Cam did talk about it. He talked about it, but not directly. So let me.
You said Anthony Paz and IG. What up, Paz the Rack?
Paz the Rack.
Yeah, that's my man.
Paz the Rack. Here we go.
Females that I won't bring around me because I know that you're looking for the next best thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely females that I have a good time with, but I'll be like,
I already know if we run into a nigga with 17 billion, you have the potential to suck dick in the locker room. Pause. So I'll have my fun with you, but I won't bring you around certain things. I'll use you for that what I want to use you to. Because listen,
and women gotta know that. So if a guy, they always be like, he wouldn't take me nowhere. That's why he wouldn't take you.
You're not trusted. You can't be
You're
trusted.
you can't be trusted.
I absolutely agree with that with certain
No,
things.
so women need to know that. So all the ladies out there, you saying he never takes me nowhere. What are you ashamed of me? Yes. he thinks if he takes you somewhere, you are gonna embarrass him.
Hilarious, bro.
You're gonna be the beginning of his downfall.
Mace is hilarious, bro. Mace is hilarious. So
they talking about opportunists.
They talking about 100% opportunists, right? And there was this one chick talking. I don't even want to bring her ass on here, right? There's one chick talking about hypergamy because she's in DC, and she went to the bar one night, her and her friend, and they went to the bar, and she was upset. They was at the bar for a long time, and then they were about to go, and then a couple guys came up to her, and they were like, "Well, we want to hang out, we want to talk," and they were like, "Well, we'll stay if you pay the bill, right? Man. We'll stay if you pay the bill." And they was like, "Nah, we ain't paying your bill." So they rolled out and went to another one. They did the same thing. It was like, we'll stay if you pay our bill or pay for our drinks. And so there's a subset of women out here and men that are out here only looking for hypergamous relationships. I never knew the word existed until I went down this TikTok. Hypergamous relationships. And so they only want you because they want you to pay for whatever it is. And whatever it is they want, and whatever it is that you're gonna do, they only.
But that's same, right? New title, same old game, But that's what I'm saying. So basically, you hustling your way into these circles. That's what you're doing. You're getting yourself into these social circles. That's why I was just talking to somebody about this. I think the other day, the same women date the same celebrities and the same entertainers. Like you see the same names that come out.
Yeah, passed around
that same circle. So, like they were just talking about your boy for the Houston Rockets that got that girl Drea pregnant. Saying their business, whatever. But she done been linked up with a lot of people in that circle. So obviously, once you get there, I guess what you're saying is you stay there.
Yeah.
Once you get into those circles and into that class, you can't date back down. So you basically got to use that situation as a lead pad. But yeah, that's been around.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is it just a subsection of people, or is it permeating into regular folks, right? Is it permeating the regular folks where it's contaminating the dating pool? And Anthony says, my pastor spoke today of being better than everyone else, no matter where you came from or what nationality you are. Simple math, be better. If it's permeating into the culture where you have now women are only looking for men who can supply them with the lifestyle that they want, or a larger lifestyle than where they are. Is it and men do let me say this too, okay? Because I know we got women in the chat. Shout out to women. There's some men out there the same way. Okay.
So what are you asking is this just destroying the normal traditional dating?
Is the idea is it destroying the dating pool, bro? Is it destroying the dating pool where the women or the women in particular only want to date up?
But I still think it goes back to what you did to lead to get that partner or to get that girl. From a man's perspective, like if I lead with my money, right? I'm leading with my money, meaning to say I'm not necessarily gaining interest from you off my personality or just off of me speaking with you or trying to spend some time with you. If I'm leading with gifts or if I'm buying you nice things, right? And that's what got the attention, or that's what got our relationship moving faster. And then now I'm buying you even more expensive gifts, or treating you to different vacations that you've never been on in your life. Like you might get to the point to where now it's expected. So as soon as I stop now, I gotta have a keen memory of knowing like I got you with the gifts and the lavish vacations and the money that I'm spending.
Mm-hmm.
So if I lose you because somebody else now is spending a little bit more money, taking you on a nicer vacation, or maybe offering a nicer gift, I gotta kind of know in the back of my mind, like, that's how we linked up in the beginning. I don't think that it's common to have a person that you meet the organic, traditional way, even though that's kind of rare now. I don't think they're gonna switch up on you just because they see another dude flashy or got some more money. I think it's just because you know where you got her from. That was the type of style that she had, and it is what it is. It's kind of like a dog eat dog world in that situation.
Mm-hmm. And Cameron May said the exact same thing. So if I take you out with me into my circles, right, what's to stop you from meeting another cat within my circle that got more than me, and you make that move?
But that's because they got her. That's because they got her that way.
Mm-hmm.
They might have been in those same circles to where she jumped off of somebody else's table and came over to theirs. So you got to have the again, like, hey, that's how I got her.
Well, look, Anthony Potts say those women have to just need to be better. How do they? how do they be better, bro?
They need to be better. They're trying to get better, Positive. That's the thing. That's what they're doing. They're trying to graduate in a social status. In some ways, and not even just women, men do it too.
So how do you as a man, right? How do you navigate the dating arena if a lot of the women that you're meeting are in this ideal of hypergamy, right? How do you navigate it when you're looking for something real?
I talk about it every time, man. Every time we get close to this type of topic, you know what you're dealing with, man. You know where you got it from. You know where you got that shirt from. You know what department in the store you got that shirt from. So don't get all crazy and look at me funny when what you thought isn't what you got. And things aren't just going to change. The problem is what we do. We get these women that be in those circles and we try to change them. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. Let a dog be a dog. That's what I say. Let a dog bark and let a dog walk, Positive, right? Because you can't change them, and that's the problem. Like, now I'm salty because I wanted to wife that person up. Like, come on, if I met Shanae in a different situation, that's gonna, for me, that's gonna affect how I see our relationship.
Okay.
Like, let me ask you this question, chat. Has a person judged you off of how they met you? Let's talk about that.
Good Lord. Has a person judged you off of how they met you?
Or where they met you?
Or where they met you? Ooh.
Because you talk about hypergamy, you might meet me when I'm out flexing with my guys at a VIP table in Vegas. Me and Posirak might be sitting there. Our wives are at home. We could be sitting there looking nice. And you might walk up on us thinking we got money. And that's just an opportunist. The wild boy says, no, I think it isn't destroying the dating pool. It is the mentality of a certain few that are looking for handouts or status boosts. It is a process to separate the wheat from the chaff.
Look at my man. Look, that's biblical. The wheat from the chaff.
Damn.
You right, boy. Look at Andy said, you know me, Marcus. Andy said, you know me, Marcus. I met my boo 25 years ago. She knew my ass.
Yeah.
Keep it a stack. But see, she met you where you are, where you were at that time. Right? She met you where you were at that time. So she wasn't meeting you. Let me say this.
Now you on the right path.
She didn't hang with you just because of where you were. Because if that was the case, as life goes on, if she had met somebody that was above where you were, she would have left, which is the practice of hypergamy. We're only looking for people to grow our own social status, right? Our own social status or socioeconomic status. So we're only in it for the money, and we're only in it to move up, right? I think people think they can change people into what they want. That is
let a dog be a dog, RF. I'm telling you, man, let that dog bark because they're gonna be a dog, man. Them to be you, hey, you chopped, RF.
You chopping, RF. He said, Andy said, love is love, dog. She put up with me at my worst. Now she gets to eat.
Hey,
that's
see?
Right.
See?
So that's a different aspect, and that's what Hef's talking about. All right, the relationships are where you are Are they there because of who you are and not just because of what you are? And the practice of hypergamy is just being with someone because of who they are, what they are at that moment. And is that killing the dating pool for a lot of single women, or just people who are in the dating room in general? Because you're running into, based on where you are, like, you could be doing good for yourself. You can be single. You be doing, making good money, being in those circles, and you're having a hard time finding women who aren't looking for you just because of what you have.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what happens, K Dizzle. This is what happens.
Go
So
ahead.
you get the guys that never go out, that never get tables and pop bottles. That one of them came up, they might have hit a parlay, right? So now their bum asses go out, they get a table. I'm not talking about us, none of my friends and none of us. We all got wives. They get a table, they sit down, they start flexing, they start ordering bottles and shit. The champagne girl walking around, they got the lights up, right? Everything's hot. Well, little do they know, little do the shorties know, these dudes are in there on their rent money.
It's a one night only situation.
It's a rent money night.
So one night only situation.
Friday night, I live once. The rent's gonna be late this month. We going out. I'm talking about they got Usher playing. Nah, we can't even say that no more. But anyway, remember the situations where you was getting ready to go out? Situation.
Yes,
Bro.
sir.
Anyway, they fuck up. They misjudge you. Now all of a sudden they going home because they thinking they got the ballers of the night, right? Oh, I'm with such and such, man. He got money, girl. Look at him. We had 3 bottles of this, and we ate shrimp and seafood, crab rolls, and I mean, it's all good that one night. But you have to keep it coming, because what happens is now she's in that circle. Now she expects to be back at that club or back at that table or back at that restaurant. So you got to keep it going.
Soon as she hit the apartment and see them folded chairs, it's a wrap, cuz.
But see, look at what Trey says, and that's what I was asking. Do you get judged on where you meet somebody? Because if you meet me in the club, does that mean you're gonna take me less serious than if you met me in business? Do you not want your story to be like, oh, I met my significant other, the love of my life?
What's wrong with that?
In love.
That's wrong with that.
At Fur.
What's wrong with that?
Where you meet your wife? At Fur nightclub.
Fur nightclub.
Connecticut Avenue.
Random night, U Street. And Sinead say any situation that started in the club has a slim chance of survival in your book. In your book.
Not if you're a hypergamous.
Not if you're hypergamous. Apparently.
Hypergamous come up in the club.
They come up heavy in there. So, if you, like you said, if you catch somebody popping bottles, it's all about whatever you did at the beginning of the relationship. You got to keep doing that to keep them. Just understand that, knowing if you set the standard is the standard, and you lose them because it falls off, whether or not they were in it for the long haul will tell you exactly where you are within a short amount of time.
You can't expect to pull anybody off your money and offer you stunting and flexing and then trying to tone it down for the next 6 months. And then not looking around being like, huh? What the fuck is this?
What's going
on?
It's catfish 101. Catfish 101.
Man, that's balling on your rent.
A lot of people do it. I said Home Depot sell folding chairs like nobody's business. Shout out to hypergamy, man, and these women out here thinking this is the life. I just so it's hard for me. It's hard for me. It's all about being truthful to each other. Nobody is above another, says Anthony Pastorak on IG Live. The problem with living a hypergamous life is that it's hard to find true fulfillment with somebody if that's the only thing that you care about. It's hard. It's difficult. But then again, if you're not looking for that, if you're only looking to live a certain lifestyle or to portray a certain echelon in your socioeconomic status or whatever makes you happy, by all means do it. I mean, we used to call them, what do we call them? Video hoes, video vixens.
Yeah.
You got a
man. Look at NBA All-Star Weekend, man.
You got a lot of baby moms out there that got 2 babies two babies by two different NBA or NFL players, and they all get paid $800,000 a year. It's 40
They
grand.
used to have stories about the hotel lobbies at All-Star Weekend, man.
40
Like
grand.
you got
That's the way you come up. But you know,
got that circuit.
but to live that lifestyle, I mean, how long? What are you getting out of that? Outside of the money?
Hey, man, what are the 49ers doing?
I don't know. We'll talk about it. Hold on. What is Nene saying? Do guys with money want to settle down? You don't see these guys with money and fame going after the everyday woman. Let's be real.
Oh, okay.
They want a Kim K.
Do guys with money want to settle down? What type of money are you talking about, Shanae?
It don't even matter. So it don't even matter. Do guys with money want to settle down? You can be 100,000 there. You can be a multi-100,000 there. You could be a millionaire, multi-millionaire. This is Kevin Samuels territory. So a man wants a woman to compliment their lifestyle at that point.
Well, see, the key words in this question is settle down.
Settle down. Elon Musk has over 10 kids in multiple countries. Prime example. Wild Boy says some do, some don't. I think the ones that do go on TV shows like The Bachelor.
I agree. You know, some do, some don't.
Some do, some don't. Most of them just want somebody to compliment. They just want a lot of them want an arm piece. They just need something to look, like I said, to look good when they go to certain places.
But see, you just talked about it, and look at how we just came full circle. Your question in the beginning was, they're hypergamous and, you know, pretty much dilute the dating pool, right? Or fuck up the dating game. And look at how it's doing on the flip side. Now you got people with money being afraid to settle down, Shanae, because I might have met you in one of those situations to where I was flexing, like I just said, and got my heart broken because Shorty took me for bad for my money for about 6 months. And now she gone with the next NBA player. So now I'm more guarded. Now I don't want to open myself up, pause, and be so, you know, eyes wide open and in love because they out to get me. They out to get my money. So I gotta play broke. No,
you are broke because you guarded with 20 grand in credit card debt. Look, is it poisoning? Is it poisoning the pool? Absolutely. I mean, a lot of women, a lot of single women say, "Where are all the quality men?" The quality men are right in front of you. You're just not paying attention to them because they don't look the way you want them to look, or they're not showing you the things they want you want to see at that time. And unfortunately, a lot of the quality men, I won't even let me not even go there. I won't even say that. Let me say this: there's a lot of men out there that put themselves in situations, and then instead of making the right decision to get out of those situations, it's easier for them to step out than it is to get out. And so they choose a life of putting the women who, like they say, when they find a bunch of situationships, that's what they see out there. So it's hard. It's what they're working hard and going home, but not clubbing, but building. And so, you know, they start becoming available when they make themselves available. And a lot of women out there trying to make themselves available, but all they keep catching is the situationships, and they keep catching people that don't want anything. So
man, you got to look at your source, man. You go
correct
to a hot dog stand over and over, you're gonna get you a hot dog. You go to a pizza spot over and over, you're gonna get you a pizza. You can't go to different places and expect different results. It's the same shit we talk about, man. You know, watch the hypergamous because they out to get you. And that's the thing. Like, if you find somebody that you want to settle down with, hold on to them, like Pazarak said, because there's no country for old men out here, K Dizzle. What I've heard, you know, because with the social media influence, man, what is real? You know, that's a whole nother conversation. With AI now being so heavy, man, the amount of flexing and stunting, that's an old word, that you can do now and not even be real is crazy. So, you know, for all you hypergamous out there, is that the right word? Hypergamous?
Yep, you saying it
all
right.
you hypergamous out there, make sure you get the right person. you might put a lot of effort into that person that's out there balling on that rent check.
And look, guys do it too. It's getting cold out here, ladies. Don't let these homosexuals slide in your crib.
Oh man.
Facts, not fiction. Facts, not fiction. Look, we're gonna let those hypergamous people live their lives, live their best lives. Hopefully they don't end up lonely. Shout out to the underdog. Shout out to the men out there that's dating down and up, and the women that's dating down and up, and
I'm
giving opportunities.
I'm dating up.
I'm giving opportunities.
You heard me, K Dizzle?
What happened?
I'm dating up.
You dating up? I've been dating up. This is the biggest come up I've ever had in my life. 18 years and counting. Shout out to our significant others. Look, find us youtube.com ADU podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and sub on every one of our videos. Okay. If you got information you want to come on the show, alldresseduppodcast@gmail.com. You can download us anywhere and everywhere. I want you to make sure you go to Hef Streams Media, watch the Climbback series. He's doing phenomenal things out there in these streets. It'll be a hot minute before this man is on. I won't say Tubi. He'll be on like, Black Network or Stars. Yeah. K Dizzle DC everywhere. Same thing online. But most importantly, go see us on Spotify. Okay. Make sure you go see us everywhere where we are. Make sure you love us and add us. And make sure you tell people about us. Because we only do this with y'all, for y'all, and it only works when you are here. Hef, I'm gonna give you closing arguments tonight, man. What you got for the people?
Man, look, man. Hail to the Commanders, man. We back. We out here 6-2, man. Super Bowl. No, I'm not gonna be like that, but we got another win, man. To everybody that supports us, we love you. We appreciate you. We live every first and third Sunday night, or when we feel like it, we let you know. We'll stick with us, man.
Love y'all.
Appreciate it.
You know, and I know, and they know, cause we know, we go all in, and I know, they know.